pleasant season.
Under the sweltering Singapore sun, an autonomous shuttle bus drives up by itself and allows a line of tourists to board, providing respite from the heat as the passengers speed away in cool comfort. The island state, which ranked second behind the United States in its preparedness for driverless vehicles, started to tentatively test a fleet of shuttles in its coastal tourist district of Sentosa. After a series of mishaps at home and abroad with the new technology, the company behind the latest test said it was taking no chances. Tan Nai Kwan, Chief Robotics Engineer at ST Engineering Land Systems, said safety was paramount during this testing phase.
So the team are well prepared. Of course, we always want to have a very safe ride for everybody. I think throughout the whole process, you have seen us, we are very concerned about safety belt, etc., and the type of passenger we are bringing on board during this phase. As time goes by, I guess we're going to be give a better education to the public as well as for our own consumption as a developer, so that we can give a better solutioning to this transportation system to Singapore.
On the first day of the trial, there were almost as many bus stewards as passengers, making sure seatbelts were tightly fastened as the bus trundled through quiet roads. Meanwhile, a driver hovered above the self-rotating steering wheel at all times, ready to snatch back control.
To look out for traffic, any hazards, which some drivers, they violate the rules, which we need to take extra precautions because they doesn't know how these autonomous buses are working on. And most importantly, I have to ensure my passengers are on safety.
Testing is not without risk. In 2016, a self-driving car being tested in Singapore collided with a truck as it was changing lanes. There were no injuries, but similar accidents in the US have been fatal.
Okay, we have to move already, sir. Thank you.
But the few intrepid tourists that managed to navigate the on-demand service on the trial's first day in Singapore did not seem fazed by their robotic navigator. Singapore's testing of the technology is being closely watched as tech firms and automakers race to build self-drive cars and develop new business plans for what is expected to be a long-term makeover of personal transport. The city-state ranked number 2 globally in an index that assesses countries' openness and preparedness for autonomous vehicles in a recent KPMG report, although a broader rollout across the island remains years away.
As the Drone Racing League enters its 4th season, it is premiering a new drone all competitors will make use of and is capable of accelerating to 145 km per hour in less than 1 second. The acceleration is so rapid the league is installing an LED lighting panel on the drone to make sure it remains visible. In Drone Racing League competitions, all participants use the same model drone, and so it is up to each competitor to manage how the drone maneuvers through tight spots such as hallways and tunnels as seen on the DRL courses. The drone is controlled via remote.
So it's got our most advanced powertrain ever. It's got a lot of onboard diagnostic systems that let us read out in real time the status of the drone. It's got our most powerful latest generation radio to enhance radio connectivity. And then it's got some other really fun features. So it's got some fins on the back. That means if it crashes and lands on its back, it can right itself back over, something we call turtle mode. So each of these is sort of improvements over to the overall racing experience for the pilots.
HORBACWESKI said there would be some exciting changes to the 2019 season.
every year drone technology improves and we develop it here. So I think the future is kind of limitless as to what we can do. There is some exciting innovations going on right now. Just as an example, in the 2019 season, for the first time, we're going to include an undercard circuit of autonomous racing. So these are going to be AI drones racing against each other. We call that circuit AIR, Artificial Intelligence Robotic Racing. And you'll be able to see fully autonomous drones competing. And then at the end of the season, we're going to put the best autonomous drone head-to-head with the best human pilot in the world and see how close an AI and a human can compete.
According to the league, the Racer 4 Street version will also soon be available to the public. The league is currently launching a Kickstarter campaign to launch the new racer.
I think the Racer 4 is a really compelling thing to see, especially live. It's large, it's loud, it is very fast, so I expect that's going to really enhance the viewing experience when people come and see drone racing for the first time in person. So I think that's going to bring in some new fans to the sport. In particular, perhaps some fans that are crossing over from being fans of auto racing, where they're used to that sort of large, loud, engaging live event experience.
Sponsored by Allianz, the Drone Racing League is growing in popularity and says it counts on 55 million viewers for its championships.